Incoming customer detected.
Hello everybody, welcome once again to my channel and welcome to Software Incorporated. This is an interesting little gem of a game, I will say. One of the things that I will admit about this game is that it has a couple of issues. It has some things that really do still need to be developed and worked on. However, that being said, I have at least 230 hours in this game. So obviously it is one of those games that, while on the surface, it might seem a little rough around the edges. The game itself, the gameplay, the way that it works, the way they have everything going, it's very addictive. It is very addictive. So, yeah, I thought I would go ahead and start a new game of Software Incorporated and see what we can do. For those of you that are not aware, I am a blind guy and I do play games, so sometimes I do things a little bit slower than other people might do. Simply because of this handicap that I have. But I try and I have fun doing what I do. So hopefully you guys will enjoy what I'm bringing you. And yeah, we'll turn that music down just slightly. It was a little bit loud in my ear. But anyways, so when you first start the game, you have to set your company up. And there are different options that you can do depending on the settings that you have. Now, I do have the game modded lightly. It's not very modded. It just kind of has a couple of little tweaks to maybe make the game a little bit less finicky, I guess you could say. Because one of the things with this game is that even when you're playing it on easy mode, it is super, super easy to fail, to go bankrupt, to run yourself completely into the ground and have to start anew. So I've got a couple of mods that just help to tweak the economy just slightly. It's not cheaty in any kind of way. It just kind of helps to, I guess, solve the ramp issue that occurs. Because one of the things that this game has as a core problem, I guess you could say, is that in the beginning stages of the company, you will constantly run risk of running bankrupt, which, I mean, obviously is something that definitely happens real world. But you can rapidly get yourself to the point where money becomes literally no object anymore. And it's not super difficult to make that happen once you know the tricks and techniques to get your company sort of off the ground. So just a couple of little tweaks that'll help to make it so that that ramp is a little gentler instead of such a massive plateau. So anyways, we'll get started here. I do have this guy here preloaded. He's Frank N Beans, and yeah, he's gonna start our company off. We're gonna name our company I don't know, some sort of geek thing, because that's sort of my deal. I used to actually run a computer company called Geekabyte, so it's kind of like always been my thing. So let's see, we'll do Geeksoft should work. Geeksoft will work for me. So when you first start the game and you come in here to create a character, again, you're gonna have to name your company, and of course you have to pet the cat, even though the cat doesn't do anything if you click on him. But you know, you still have to pet the cat. He's very friendly. So you have to set up your skill points for your character. Now, when you first load into the game, you're going to see that you will actually be starting out generally in 1980 as the start year, and the earlier in history, I guess you could say, that you go, the more difficult, I guess you could say, it becomes, because I guess the best way I can put it is that because there's a lack of people to buy the softwares that you're going to create, or if you're running in the newest alpha, the hardwares that you create, it's more difficult to get started. However, if you do start in those earlier years, you also have lower amount of skill points for your CEO to work with, and you're also going to have kind of a more difficult time finding the pool of people to work with once you start hiring people and that kind of thing. So again, the advantage of starting earlier, though, is there's less competition generally from other companies, and you can get a foothold in the industry in an earlier time, so that when new technologies do get developed, you actually have a better chance of succeeding when you are ready to venture forth into new areas of software development or hardware development. So anyways, I'm going to start though in 2010, just because I like to have the all the technologies opened up. You know, it's a little bit funner for me to play it in that way, but you can choose to do whatever you choose. Also, once you have started in a later year, you notice that the amount of skill points that you have to develop are greater. So again, it's just kind of because you're following the trend. So for instance, in 1980, the networking, I think 3D, 3D is not available. So, you know, it kind of actually follows the realistic expectations of what that year has to offer. So with 2010, now you have networking, you have 3D, you have those are the other two that start up. So anyways, you also have this drop down list right here of all the different skill points that you can make use of. So right now it's showing you the development skills as a designer, a programmer, and an artist. So I'm gonna do kind of what I usually do when I start off. I usually go with system as the go-to, because pretty much every piece of software has system as its core. I'm also going to do 2D as a developer and as a programmer. Let's go ahead and do that for artists too. And then for the final bit, we'll go with network and audio, and we'll do the same with the programmer. And we'll do audio for the artist as well. And as you play the game and as you use your different characters, you will get more skill points. You can educate yourself. You can get things more opened up depending on the things that you do. As far as leader goes, I may not necessarily use this character as a leader character. I might hire an actual leader to run any team that this character is a member of, but we'll go ahead and do HR. We'll do automation as well with a little bit of the socialization. Multitasking is nice. However, I think that between everything, okay, like for example, let's actually do this. Let's skip automation. And I'm going to go with socialization, because if I make this character a team lead, if I do, automation is useful with the project management area of the game. And if I don't have much as far as project management tasks for whatever team I have this guy on, I can have a different leader on there that'll do the automation. However, if I have him be, let's say, the leader of artists or developers or something along those lines, then the socialization will actually be more effective, because socialization, at the maximum level, you can hold meetings. That's always nice, because that will give your people a boost to whatever activities they're trying to do. And as far as services goes, I'll do marketing. I'm not necessarily going to use him for marketing, but I definitely don't use law and support. If you're not actually running support team, support's pretty useless. But marketing, you can at least do some things with. So, and then over here under the skill area, you're going to see there is the leader skill, programmer, there is the designer, artist, and service. So service we are going to set to 0. Lead, I do think we'll go ahead and have that be pretty high. And designer and artist and programmer will have some skill in, but not necessarily maxed out or anything like that. For this character, I think leader and programmer are going to probably be the most important. Because again, once he becomes a leader in a team, and we're doing like HR management and that sort of thing, and I will explain this further as we go along for those of you guys unfamiliar with the game. But anyways, the skills, the development skills and that kind of thing, it's not going to be as used. He's going to be basically just doing leader role and not actually out there doing programming of software and that kind of thing. So yeah, Geeksoft, let's get this one started. Oh, and I am starting it on medium difficulty. The difficulty ramp again between easy, medium, and hard is, I think, really hard to explain. It really impacts how much of a customer base you're going to have available. And it's very difficult as you get up in the actual difficulty levels. It becomes so hard to be able to make any kind of cash for your company to work with. It's a bit ridiculous, really, and it's definitely one of the things that needs to be tweaked out, I think. So anyways, we'll go ahead and start it on medium. We'll see what we can do. I do have a couple of methods of trying to get things going as far as money goes, and I'll teach you guys how I do things. We'll see what happens. So we're going to do Garage Incorporated because it is the cheapest to be able to use. As long as you don't have any employees working for you, you're not going to output a lot of cash per month. So kind of get things set up here a little bit. We'll go into build mode. We'll plop down a table for my character. We're going to plop down a computer for Frank. And we're going to plop down a chair for Frank as well. Now you notice that I'm using the cheapest stuff. That is because as the CEO, that character is unaffected by any kind of mood, hunger, bathroom, socialization, anything along those lines, completely neutral too. So it does not matter at all what computer you have them sitting at, what chair you have them sitting on. They're going to be comfortable and working their tasks just no matter what. They don't even take a break. So, and actually I'm going to go ahead and move this, I think, over to here. That will be fine, kind of out of the way. Now, here's where a little bit of the trickiness is going to come in. All right, so you notice right now we have $25,000 to work with. That is our base that we started out with. That's our loan, basically. So we do have rent each month to pay, and we do have to try to figure out a way to make money. I mean, yes, we're only paying like $160 a month for the rent, but you know, if we don't do anything to actually earn any money, that's gonna fade away. It's gonna disappear. So we'll have to figure out some way to make money. Now, there are different methods of making cash in this game, and one of the primary driving forces, obviously, is to create software, to develop software, to be able to sell it on the market and be able to get your money that way. And that's good. That is no problem. And you're going to see, actually, I have a couple of extra things that you guys might not when it comes to software to develop, and that's because of one of the mods that I have. It just adds in different software types to be able to have. Anyways, one of the other methods is to work contract work. This will allow you to develop things for other companies to be able to just get a quick infusion of cash. So for instance, you could do a logistics application for this company. Alfa Romeo. Okay, so we could develop a logistics application for Alfa Romeo and be able to earn, what is it, $10,000 basically to help us propel ourselves forward. That too is fine. And the more you do contract work, the more your company's rating and the reputation will increase. And that will allow you to get more and more contracts opened up at a higher value. And once you start seeing things that take multiple months, that's going to take multiple people working in a team to accomplish the goal. Another method of making money is through deals. Now, right now, if I bring up the deal menu, you're not going to see anything there. And you are not going to see anything there until you hire a receptionist and you put down a reception desk. That will allow other companies, the representatives for other companies, to come in and offer you a deal on their behalf. So it could be something like marketing for their company, releasing a new piece of software, doing support work, doing development of a program or piece of software, doing artwork, all of that kind of different stuff. There is a deal for it. One of the other things is printing, where you can get a deal to print software for other companies. That can be lucrative if you do it in bulk, but you also have to pay for your couriers and that kind of thing to do it. And quite frankly, you cannot do it while you have like the garage incorporated and that kind of thing. These little beginning rental units, you can't do it really. So print jobs are out of the picture. However, one of the deals that you can get is hosting. Hosting other people's software, basically becoming a server for other companies' software. And that, my friends, is one of the things that we are going to do as a part of the deal. So I am going to spend a good chunk of cash. That's going to take all of our cash. I'm going to spend a good chunk of our cash on a server. I will plop it down. I can't put it there. There's a door there. Yes. Yeah, we'll plop it right here. So this server is going to allow us to start doing hosting for other companies. Let's see. Let's go into reception. We are going to put down a reception desk. Face it that way. No, sorry. It needs to face this way. Doesn't it? Nope, this way. Anyways, gonna plop down a receptionist desk right there, and we are going to, I guess, yeah, we'll just plop down kind of a cheap couch. Sure. Okay, we'll have to move this around just slightly. There we go. All right, so we'll plop down a little couch. That way the reception area is a little bit more pleasing for any people who want to come along and make deals. If your reception area is terrible, they will come in to try to make a deal with you, and they will walk right back out because you have a trashy company, basically. Bad reputation. So now that we have a reception desk down, we're going to go to manage staff, and we are going to hire a receptionist. That will do it right there, and she will be in, or he will be in here in a little while. I'm not sure if they will show up today. They might. Anyways, the receptionist is going to cost us $2,500 per day to do the reception work. As you can see right here, $2,500 per month, and I'm sorry, per month, not per day. Basically, every time the sun goes up and down, it's a month. That's how we have the settings in the game set. So as you can see, we have a server running. It is a 5 gigabit server, which is not a lot, but it should be enough to at least start getting a couple of deals and let us start getting a little bit of money rolling in. And we'll hope that we get some companies coming in to make that particular deal with us. So in the meantime, before my person comes in, and while it is still early in the day, I'm going to go over here to contract work, and I'm going to go ahead and accept that logistics application. I understand this bit of software work is pretty easy. We should be able to develop it pretty rapidly. And we'll go ahead and accept the work for the core team. That is where my CEO is currently at. And we're going to put it into fast mode. I generally play the game in fast mode and then just pause it when something comes up and we're needing to do something. So there's our receptionist. Hello, Harriet. Harriet is our receptionist. Hello, Harriet. Welcome. So we're going to develop that, and we're going to wait until it crosses the blue line, do promote, fix a couple of the bugs, and we'll finish it up, and we finished that at inadequate quality. However, we still got the full payment for it. So as far as the quality levels goes, like as you can see right there, it said that we finished it with inadequate quality. Sometimes if you do a lower quality level of software or contract work, I'm sorry, it will not give you the full payment depending on what kind of work that company had to do to make up for whatever errors you did. However, the big impactor is that it will also either keep your neutral or keep your reputation neutral, or actually lower you know, give a ding to your reputation. That's difficult because the lower your reputation is, of course, the less contract work you're going to be able to do, the less people are going to be coming in to do deals. So we kind of need to push it a little bit, I think. Let's do an embedded system. We should be able to accomplish this without a problem. So we'll go ahead and accept that work. We'll have 1 month to complete it. My guy is not as good at developing as he could be, again because of those starting skills that we did for him. However, for this lower level kind of contract work, it's not too big of a deal. So there we go. We got through the first month. We have not had any new deals pop up yet. The receptionist had just come in, and I do think that it takes till that second month before the deals actually start coming in. So we'll see what happens this month. And as you can see right here, eventually it's going to complain that we're falling into bankruptcy, but I'm not too worried about this yet. As long as we've got the ability to do contract work to earn at least $2,500 per month, we'll be able to pay this receptionist to just stand there basically staring at the wall. So as you can see right here, deals did pop up. A couple of people had walked in. They want us to do a print job and a support job. We're going to go ahead and say no to both of those because we don't have the capability to do that quite yet. So we're going to promote this one. And it doesn't have any bugs left. That got us an outstanding quality. So that should help to deliver more deals to us. Okay, designing, manufacturing, and printing and support. We do not have the ability to do manufacturing. That takes a specialized set of things to do, just like printing. It's basically just a different version of printing. Again, we're not set up for any of that stuff. So we'll go ahead and reject those. Design work might be something that we could actually do because my character is skilled at least somewhat in design. They are needing a 2D editor, so of course they're going to want a 2D, a level 2 2D, and a level 2 system programmer with some network. Now I do believe, if I remember correctly, I did get the network skill. Did I not? Maybe it was audio. Oh, actually we might be in a little bit of a mess with that one, but it's okay. We'll go ahead and accept it because that's $29,000 per month coming in to design that piece of software. And oh, they want it done in 1 month. I did not see that. Oh goodness. Okay, well they're not going to get it. This will probably be a reputation hit. However, we will still go ahead and get the cash for it. So a quick influx of cash, maybe a hit on our reputation. Not that big of a deal. We'll just go ahead and see what we can do with it. Okay, so the next month is here. As you can see, we got a big boost in cash there because we actually earned a little bit as far as the deal goes. So if I hit this right here, it's going to bring up our financial report. You're going to see right here that $29,000. That's from that deal. Heck yes, we will take that. So, however, this thing is due this month. So if we do not deliver it this month, it will give us a big hit to our reputation, a big hit to our ability to function. But that's okay. You see a bunch of people just walked in there. Let's see what they got. Design and support. Ugh. Okay, well, another design. They want it done by February 2011. That gives us actually almost a full year. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and develop that. That'll cancel basically that deal. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and accept that design. Now, that's only $8,000 a day, so comparatively, it's less money per month, but it's still enough to cover the costs of everything. And it's going to last us a good year worth of time before we have to try to figure out something else out. So, okay. Development hosting. There we go. So Globe EPN 3 wants hosting done. Let's see. It's going to take up 882 megabits of our bandwidth. They might need 46 gigabits. So, okay. We'll go ahead and accept it. Let's let this run for a moment, and I'll go over here to the servers. Let's see. Yeah. So right now, this is doing 862. If it pushes up further, we might be in trouble. But right now, it's using 17% of our server capacity. What cache do we have? We actually have 87,000. I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead. We're gonna replace this with the bigger server rack, and that's gonna get us a fair amount more. That'll give us 50 gigabits of bandwidth. So, oh, it's because that flower's there. Let's move this to there, I guess, and now we can try to replace it. No? Okay, well, we'll just do it manually. It's fine. It's fine. What is blocking that? Anyways, I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? It's probably a window or something. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's a vent, basically. Okay, so that is going to give us a little bit more to work with, and now we'll have to move the process over to the new server. There we go. So that should be a lot better off. Yeah, see, now it's only using 1% of the total load of the server. So now that'll give us the ability to have more to work with for more deals. So now, the one thing that's very important when it comes to working deals with hosting is that right now you're going to see our bills for our internet right now are only $144 a month. That's going to change rapidly with us doing hosting deals. The one major problem that I have with this game is the cost of internet. It is ridiculous. And the secondary problem is that you can get your company moved to different locations, and depending on the location you go to, the internet can become progressively more expensive even still. So, but if you're hosting enough, it should more than make up, and you should actually make profit each month. It won't maybe be a lot of profit. You might only see 100,000 to 200,000 profit per month, but it'll be profit. So, all right, let's let time pass. We'll get through the night here, and we will see. Yep. So we made $53,000 on deals for this month, and our internet bill now is $12,000 per month, just from hosting that one deal. Okay. However, if we look under deals, you're going to see our hosting has earned 15,000. So 15,109, and our internet bill is $12,000. So we're actually making about $3,000 in profit a month just from that one hosting deal. And depending on your servers, the amount of deals that you can host are a lot, you know, so it does add up over time. So this is just a little trick for you guys to learn to be able to get some starting cash in the game, just to help you get a bit of a lead, so that once you've earned enough cash and you've got a nice pool to work with, you can then hire more people. Then you can start working on your software and that kind of thing. So, okay, we had a message come up. Yeah, so they tried to come in to make a deal. They were not satisfied with our waiting room. It's probably because it's really dirty. And as you guys may have noticed, I did hire a cleaning person to come in, but I don't think they actually made it in yet. So, all right, so let's see. Do we have any other hosting jobs? Yes. So Rockstar Games wants us to host a program for them. So we'll go ahead and host that. That's going to take 3 gigabits per month at the maximum peak. Yeah, let's see what happens. All right, so right now we are sitting at 74,663 for our cash. And now we're at 91,000. Yeah. You see how these deals are, right? If you do them correctly and you don't overwhelm yourself, you know, you take it kind of one step at a time, it is a really good way to get yourself a foothold so that you can start working. Okay, so now you're going to notice, you see, we've only got one hosting thing now because the deal for the other hosting project has expired. Okay, so we're not going to have that other one coming in. However, I think these guys actually were giving us a little bit more. You can see the amount of money they're paying us per megabit per hour. So hopefully we'll still have enough to be remaining afloat. So let's see, last month we spent almost 56,000 on the internet, and we made 67,000 on the hosting. And again, you know, that little bit of design work that we're doing, there's still 8 months left of it, and it's going slowly. You know, our development cycle is going very slowly, but that's okay, because this isn't our company. This isn't our software. If we're really bad at it, that's okay. We're just getting the little bit of an infusion of cash coming in. It's not much, but we know at the very least that for the next 8 months, we're paying for the receptionist, you know? Okay, so we'll let those deals come in. Let's check and see what we got. We're going to have the, you know, I think we're just going to hire a cleaner. Because with as many deal people as we have coming in, this floor is getting wrecked really quickly. So we'll have to hire a cleaning person, I think, to come in. So, okay, let's see. We've got 8 deals that they've got on hand, and yeah, it's all crap. So that design one, though, that's a definite nice bit of cash. One thing we can think about doing in order to, you know, again, kind of help our company have a better reputation to work with would be to actually hire another person who is a designer to come in and help us do the design work to help push these this deal up, for instance. But, you know, we'd have to hire somebody that's at a cheaper rate. Let's just take a look. Designer for system, I guess. Even at a low salary, they're going to cost us anywhere between $2,700 and $4,600 per month, and that's just for one person. So, yeah, it gets expensive. You know, it really does. It gets expensive. But if you're making enough, that's not as huge of a problem as you might expect. Okay, so as you can see, we made less this month overall. We made 6,911 compared to 16,000, and that's because that one hosting deal canceled. Basically ran its cycle out. So we did not make as much in deals, but we also did not spend as much on internet. So as long as the amount of cost for the internet remains lower than what the hosting itself is, that's fine. It's still profit. Even if it's $1 profit, it's $1 more than we had before, right? So development and support this month was pretty terrible as far as getting deals in goes. I think okay, let's do a piece of contract work and see what we can do to help to get the reputation up, just maybe even slightly up into the 2-star, because that's going to get us more people coming in for the deals. So let's do an embedded system. That'll be fine. Now, since we're already running the one and we have this one now to do, and I only have one person to work both of those, what we need to do is prioritize which one they're going to work on more than the other. So to do that, there's a button over here on the side that you can raise the priority of whatever thing is there. That's for marketing software, that's for support, anything that any of your people are doing can be prioritized in that way. So we're going to go ahead and run time through here. We're going to hit the development on that. We're going to wait until it gets through the blue, and then we're going to promote it. Wait for a couple of the bugs to get fixed, and we'll go ahead and finish it up. That'll be fine. So that was inadequate quality, but again, it kind of gave us that little infusion of cash too. Okay, so we had some deals come in. No hosting. All right, but you see right here, $21,000 for doing a design work for that company right there, the CD project. We actually should be able to do that. Let's go ahead and hit the develop on this one. That'll get rid of that. If we had been running that software ourselves, then it would go into the program cycle after you hit the develop button. But let's go ahead and do this one will go until September. So no, that's only going to last 1 month. This one's going to go until September as well. Okay, let's do the cheaper one for the moment. We'll take that. Okay, yeah. You see this message popped up. You need a level 2 network designer to be able to complete the development of this project. I don't have level 2 of network design, so I'm not actually going to be able to make a whole lot of progress on this. But again, I wouldn't be able to anyways because it's only good for 1 month. So that's okay. We might take a little bit of a reputation hit, but we'll get a quick infusion of, what was it, 17,000 coming in for it. And what time is it? It is 11:23 a.m. So we've got enough time that if we want to do another piece of contract work, we should be able to get this one finished by the end of the day too. So that up. We'll let that cycle go just slightly longer so we can get the extra boost. And let's see. There we go. That should be outstanding. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, again, that gave us a nice boost in cash, as well as that big boost in cash from doing the design work for this one. And there we go. We got hosting for a CD project. Which is funny, because I think that's the piece of software that they just were having us try to develop. That's pretty hilarious. Okay, so design work, marketing work. One of the things that we might do before doing another designer actually would be to that cleaning person was like cleaning literally every footstep that was coming along. Anyways, to actually hire a marketer as opposed to a designer, because marketing almost always has a very good return on the monthly payments. Okay, now you see our stars went to red. That's because we just lost a little bit of reputation for essentially failing that development cycle. That's okay. I have no problem with that. We'll be able to bump that back up, no problem. So, okay. So, beginning of the day, let's go ahead and hit another piece of contract work. I know it seems a little weird to do things this way, but again, like as you can see, we've got $166,000 sitting in our bank account, and we have yet to really even develop a piece of software for ourselves. You know, I mean, once we actually start doing some software work, that's going to give us a nice bit of a buffer before we have to really start panicking over our lack of funds, really. So you see right there, marketing, that's $65,000 a month to market this. And with a good couple of marketers, they can accomplish that whatever goal they have. So they would have to do a $44,000 budget per month for this piece of software. And you could probably knock that out with 2 to 3 marketers if they're really well skilled. So a marketer might cost you, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 per month, maybe even $6,000 per month. By the time that you've got 3 marketers, you might be paying even up to $20,000 a month for those marketers. However, you're going to be making, what is it, 65,000. So the marketing is another good way to do things. And in fact, when you start your CEO out, you can even start out as doing the marketing. Remember those skills that we looked at the beginning of the game there. You could even focus on marketing at the beginning of stages and, you know, get yourself through that way too. So just options, you know, different options that you guys can work with. Let's go ahead and do this one here too. We should have enough to do that. Yeah. Okay, that was outstanding quality. So, not bad. The deals to come in. And hosting, yay. Like when the hosts come in. Okay, so what do they got available? 7,000 per month for that design work. See that? It's 52,000 and 65,000 again for the marketing work. It's a lot, man. It's worth a lot of money to do marketing. Okay, so we have a couple of options here. Right now we've got $182,000 sitting in our bank account. That is way more than enough of a buffer to be able to pay this receptionist for a good long time while we maybe develop a piece of software. So why don't we do that? Let's take a look at what software we have available. We have operating systems, 2D editors, 3D editors, audio tools, a game, office software, antivirus, drive management tool, emulator, file compression tool, game editor, server, streaming service, video editor, VPN, and a web browser. So, from experience, I do believe, if I remember right, the file compression tool is not super difficult to develop, and you do get a little bit of a response out of it. Let's choose a random name. tar filter, that'll work. Okay, so the most important things to pay attention to in this, and by the way, before I forget about it, I'm going to set the SCM up on server 0. So SCM means the source control management. This makes it so that when your people are developing a piece of software, if there's an SCM that they're working with, the end product is going to be less buggy overall, and it'll take them less time to get through the development cycle. So having an SCM on hand is important. Because we only have the one server, we have to use that one. But once I have things more established, as I progress through the game, I actually usually set up a server system that's separate as an SCM from the distribution type of thing, or the hosting servers, just because if something happens to the hosting servers, then I don't have to worry about the SCM, and I can actually use the SCM as a backup for the hosting servers too. So just a couple of options to bear in mind. But excuse me, the most important things that you want to pay attention to in this information dump here that it gives you is the amount of time that it's going to take to develop whatever piece of software you're working on. That's this ETA up here. The amount of designers and programmers and artists that you're going to want to have on hand to be able to complete it efficiently. That does not mean that you have to have this amount of people. In other words, you don't have to have 2 programmers. You can do it with 1, but it's going to take longer to develop based on the fact that there's only 1 person actually doing the code work. So bear that in mind. The more complex your software gets as you're adding more and more items in to make it more of a attractive product to the customers, the more development cycle you're going to have, the more of an ETA it's going to take, and the more programmers, designers, and artists you're going to have on hand to be able to complete it as well. The other important thing that you're going to look at is this right here, the expected interest. Right now, this is 12%. If we were to develop this piece of software as it stands right now, we'd maybe get 12% of the population or the consumers that are available to be interested in this product. So 12% of 1.3 million people as potential customers. That's not a lot, and that's only a guide, basically. That doesn't mean that you're going to have 12% of these people buying your product. That just means that you have 12% of people that'll potentially be interested in your product, not that they're going to buy it. Wasted interest is also important, but once you start messing around with things a little bit, you're not necessarily going to need to worry about that. So let's try to figure out a way to get better than 12% in this. So what do we want? Zip compatibility, RAR compatibility. Now that just those 2 alone brought us up to needing to about a 50% interest in this product. Also, the more stars this stuff takes, the more difficult it becomes to develop and the longer it is in the development cycle. But this will also boost the interest hard. So just bear that in mind. So right now we've got a 69% interest. Still going to take less than a year. 88% interest. Okay, so we'll stick with 88%. That's not bad. That's not bad. The next thing that we need to basically be concerned about is our levels of marketing and our levels of our ability to distribute the product. Okay. So marketing is absolutely critical when it comes to releasing a product. If you do not have a good marketing setup and a good marketing team to market your product, it is not going to sell. No matter how good the product is, you can have it be the best piece of 2D software that is available in the game, and it took you 2 years to develop it or 3 years to develop it or whatever the case may be. And if you have bad marketing, you are not going to sell a thing. It's happened to me many times, and it is super frustrating. Super frustrating. So here's what I recommend. There is, in the new alpha version of the game, the alpha 11, they have a publishing option. So we can have someone else, another publishing company, actually do some of the legwork for us, and we can choose what we want them to do. Now, the more we have them do, the more royalties we're going to have to pay them out of our end product sales. And they're going to push us to have things develop by a certain time. And if we don't, then we breach contract with them and they can sue us. So it's very important to pay attention to whatever release date they want you to be enforced with and the royalty amount that they're going to get. Now, when I do things, yes, you can do funding that will definitely cut into your royalties. But they will also give you, like, for instance, if I do funding with this product right now, they will give us $4,713 per month. I think, if I remember right, that's per month, to help us get the product developed. But they'll take 14.4% of our profits out of whatever sales we happen to make. Marketing, again, they're going to take 14%. They're going to push it to be done by May. And printing, again, they're going to take 14%. So this number, the royalty number, is different every time for whatever piece of software you're developing. Also, the operating system exclusivity, this one doesn't give you royalty hit. However, you will only be able to publish this product onto one operating system platform. And that can cut into your profits hardcore too, because depending on the operating system they want you to work with, so let's say that's not valid. Okay. So depending on the that's because this particular piece of software doesn't actually use an operating system. If I was doing like a 2D editor or something like that, then it would do that. But anyways, depending on the operating system that this company wants you to use, you can really cut into the amount of people that are available to buy the product. So what we're going to do is marketing and printing. I know it's going to cut into 28% of our royalties at the end. However, I like not having to mess around with the marketing because it's a bit of a pain in the butt to do, especially when you've got other things that you're trying to get done. And printing, it's just kind of easier to have them do it than to worry about it yourself, because they will always make sure that the product is available on the market. And if you are trying to control that and you fail to have the exact amount of product available on the market, you lose sales, and it'll really ding the reputation of the product too. So anyways, we're going to do that. It'll be 28% of our royalties, but again, I'm not concerned about that amount of royalty loss. It's not too big of a deal. So this is going to take less than a year. They want it to be completed by May. That gives us November, December, January, March, April, May. That gives us basically 5 months. Yeah, 5 months to be able to get this complete. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because it's right now 11 o'clock in the morning on this day. You can see right there behind there. Because it's 11 o'clock and we've already cut into a couple hours of the day, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let this day proceed out and get to the next day. Actually, we may as well go ahead and check the deal here. Yeah, we're not going to worry about any of those because we've got to be able to concentrate on getting the piece of software out. So wait until the day completes. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to change one option because that's going to cancel the publishing deal. Yes, we're sure. We're going to go ahead and just reactivate that. We're going to hit the publishing deal again. We're going to select the same things, but now you see it's going to be until June. So it pushed it forward just a month because we, spent the time to develop it. there at the, or I'm sorry, we spent time to pass the month by. So Calypso Media is going to be publishing this piece of software for us. This is Tar Filter. We're going to go ahead and hit develop. So now this product is going to be in the development cycle. Our guy is going to come in and he is going to start doing the design work. Now, why are we at a loss? What happened there? That is a good question. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, because the contract ran out. That's why. Okay. Duh. Okay. Okay. They didn't like our waiting room. That's fine. You won't be able to hit 100% of the people coming in to make deals. But as long as you've got like a good amount. Ooh, we've got 2 hosting deals this month. Well, we will go ahead and take those. And we can reject the rest. That's fine. You don't even have to reject. I just do it because I like to have a clean list. Because again, my vision issues, it helps me to make sure I'm not missing anything. So we're going to let this develop for a while. Yeah, our waiting room's terrible. I know, guys. Okay. Any other hostings? Nope. Okay. Well, that's fine. Reject that. Anyways, I'm going to wait until it gets to the end of this iteration, and then I'll start developing the software, I think. And I know, technically speaking, right now we're bleeding cash, but we're not bleeding it that much. We're paying about $3,500 per month in fees for our service people here. But we've got plenty of cash to get us through. Desperate job. Can't do them. Don't want them. All right. So we got through that iteration. Let's go ahead and hit develop. So now we're in the development stage. We have until June to get everything finished up and out the door. So the manage employees thing has the little 1 symbol on it because my character technically has earned enough things to have skill points available. However, I don't have the ability to educate him. Well, I can educate him. However, I don't want to. In order to educate in the game, you have to send them off to university to study. And well, right now we're on a time crunch of having to get this software developed. So yeah, now you can see we're at a profit again because we've got those hosting deals, and now it's pushing us over. Yeah, so it's not bad. Getting a little bit of profit. Got those hosts. I'm telling you, man, that hosting thing is really nice. It is if you can get it to have enough deals come in to do it. More print jobs. See, our reputation's gone down a little bit because we had to cancel a couple of the deals and stuff. So, of course, the industry's a little unhappy with us right now. So we've got this code about 60% complete. One of the things with the game, I hope I can get this done. We've got, what, 2 months to go, right? May, June, yeah. We might not be able to get it complete because once it gets to a little bit higher in the development cycle, it actually takes a little bit longer to get it done. A weird ramp. It's okay though. If it's a little bit below the code, we'll still release it. Yeah, we might get it to push up to 100. It just won't have any bug fixing cycle. That's okay. All right, there's another hosting. Take that. Skip the rest. Come on, push it up to 100. You can do it. Come on, Frank. Get it done, Frank. There you go, 100. Okay, so we've got about 3 hours to go before my guy goes home. And we, for the hosting. All right, nice. Not going to get much bug fixing done. That's okay. Sure to stop it on time. Okay, good enough. We're going to finish it up. Oh, wait. Okay, so the company, the publishing company, is working on a press release apparently for this product, but they didn't get it released yet. However, I don't want to breach contract with them, so we're going to go ahead and hit the publish anyways. So now it came up with this being now a support cycle for this product, because although they published it for us, we still have to support the product. And my guy's terrible at support. So we'll see what happens. All right. So, wow. Okay. So if we go here to our releases, you can see the file compression tool. It came out to be good quality. That's kind of shocking. And we sold $57,000 worth of that product this month. That's pretty good considering we kind of just threw it together. $57,000 is not a bad profit margin. That's one of the advantages of letting somebody else, you know, one of the other companies do the marketing for you when it comes to this beginning stage of the game. If you try to handle it yourself, trust me, it's not going to sell worth a squat. We'll let this play out for another month. We'll do a little bit of support work for it, and then I think we'll go ahead and stop for the day. But we'll see what happens here. See what kind of deals come in here. And nothing worthwhile, really. So right now we are making 62,000 profit per month. That's pretty good. We'll see what happens with this next month. Get through this month here. And our support, yeah, we're doing okay, I guess. My guy Ken go a little crazy trying to do the support work with it. Oh yeah, the Software Times came up with our review. Bad review. All right, so that month we made 51,000. No, 61,000. Yeah, 61,000. So we actually made more of a profit this month. Do you believe? No, 62. Okay, so it's close. Close. We sold $46,000 worth of that software. So that software has already earned us $100,000. That's not bad. That's not bad. So as you can see, even playing it on medium difficulty, doing this technique of having a receptionist right away, having a server right away, doing the hosting work and the deals can actually float you through the really difficult early stages of your company's time. And now that we've made profit and we've got a little bit more of a cash flow coming in, we could actually move our company to a different location and start expansion, start hiring people coming in to do more work, develop more software, and get everything having a good flow going on. So with that, I think we'll go ahead and take a break for the day. And I do thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight and being here with me as I play this game, The Blind Gamer. You know, we try to get by and do what we can, but we'll come back to this game again very soon. This is one of my favorite games. I've got over 200 hours played in the game. It's very frustrating at times. It's very heartbreaking at times, but you know, it's one of those games that again is a hidden gem within the Steam store, you know. And the interesting thing is that it's being developed by one guy. You know, one guy is doing all the work to get all of this stuff done. So, you know, maybe if you're interested, give this guy a little bit of support. It's a lot of fun. It's got its goods, it's got its bads, but overall its goods are way better than any of its bads are. And, you know, honestly, I've seen the guy developing this product working his tail off to get this game better and better each time that he does a new release. So yeah, give this guy some support. If you're interested in the game, the link will be down at the description below. All the links for all of the games that I play will be down there as well. And, you know, if you're interested in stories, I will say that I am an author. I have published over 14 books and dozens of short stories. If you guys would like to check them out, you can do so at my website, originalworlds.com. You can also find a lot of my audio stories right here on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/c/Ira Robinson. Until next time, keep safe out there, have fun, and thank you so much, as always, for being here.